All right, welcome back to another video of Overreacting. No book of, but I go by the name of Eli. As always, we got Ace with us.
Yes, indeed, bringing that action like Rihanna in the movie Reacting. You heard? Ace to go.
We got special guests in the building with us, Shakira. Let them know where they can follow you at.
Hey, my name is Kira P, and you can find me on Twitter. Nope, you can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Life and Styles of Kira.
Listen, this next video was sent over by the viewers, you guys, and I watched it a couple of times, and I'm like, you know what, we definitely got to react to this one because it kind of represents a lot of the misandrist rhetoric that we speak about. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So we gonna play the video. We're gonna give our thoughts right after.
The problem is we don't have enough women disrespecting men. We don't have enough women humbling these men and putting them in their place. We need to start making these men feel worthless because they are, okay? Call him a bitch. Disrespect him. Put him down. Make him feel bad about himself. Like, what's going on here? I feel like we're losing the plot. Like, I'm seeing too many marriages and too many people getting in these relationships. That's why these men think that they're the prize. Because y'all are putting them on this pedestal, making them feel like they're the prize. No. It's your job as a woman to put that man down and put him in his place. Treat him like the animal he is.
You still don't feel like you're an anomaly and shit?
Because you didn't even hear what I say yet.
Oh, shit. Carry on.
You didn't hear me yet.
Carry on.
I understand where she's coming.
Whoa.
Listen.
I wasn't expecting that. Like,
All right, listen. Akeem, you got to come back. You got to come back.
listen, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in.
Let me just explain myself. Listen.
I don't know if there's any explaining right there.
No,
Like,
what I'm trying to say and what I think she's trying to say, like I am just assuming here based on what was said in that video, right? I think that too many women are caught up on being with a man, and they're taking this is how deep my brain went with this. They're taking less than they deserve for the sake of saying I have a man. So I think what she's trying to say is you need to call out men when they're doing bullshit. So like me and one of my girlfriends, we talked to one of our male friends, and like some of the things that we hear men say and do, we be like, women is actually respond to that, and there are women that and it's the most vile, outrageous things, and there are women that react to that in a positive way, and we be looking like, nah, if a man ever stepped to me like that, I would literally tell you like, who are you talking to? But there are men that are being disrespectful. There are men that are being misogynistic. There are men that are just sexist altogether. And there are women that just sit down next to them and go, that's my man.
and that's what you got from this video?
That's what I got from that video. Yeah, that's what I got from this.
Did we watch the same video?
I got it from that video.
I'm a little confused. Did we watch?
My brain, it just goes
Did we
deep.
watch the same video?
My brain goes deep. That's why I picked up from that. And I say that because in this context alone, it can't be this. It has to be deeper than this. That's why I say that.
Can you play that one more time?
Yeah, we gonna play that one more time because I'm not sure if we are watching this.
I don't know.
video.
I don't know if you heard the same thing.
But yeah, I'm gonna play it again just to make sure. Maybe I played the wrong video. Maybe I don't know. Like,
The problem is we don't have enough women disrespecting men. We don't have
Can you pause right there? The problem is we don't have enough women disrespecting men. Okay, carry on.
enough women humbling these men and putting them in their place. We need to start making these men feel worthless because they are, okay? Call him a bitch. Disrespect him. Put him down. Make him feel bad about himself. Like, what's going on here? I feel like we're losing the plot. Like, I'm seeing too many marriages and too...
first of all, I don't need to hear no more.
But you see, this can't be just a regular
No.
guy.
We can't assume any. We going off of
I
words.
have to. Because if we going based on that, I can't make sense
because
of
then
that.
now you're projecting onto something that she didn't say.
I can't make sense of that.
She said they're worthless.
I can't make sense of that.
They're animals. They're bitches.
I cannot make sense of that in that context without saying what I said.
If she would have said, we need to humble some men.
Mm-hmm.
These men that are out here.
To be honest, we know that they generalize it. Like,
Okay.
men is say women, women is say men.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
Even if she would have said these men that are out here thinking that they whatever, the men that you were talking about, how you explain those men. If she would have said that, then I could understand where you come from. there was none of that.
But I am assume that's what is unsaid but understood.
No.
That's why I have to assume, because why we disrespecting all men? Why we humbling all men? Why we telling all men? It don't make sense.
No, y'all definitely was disrespecting, man. And you from the UK, so maybe I'll give you a little bit of grace. So you know what I mean? I'm sorry, you from Canada, right?
But, hello,
UK,
Yeah,
UK and Barbados.
Yeah, Barbados. Yeah, you can't.
See how she's switching up, right? Earlier she was talking about.
I can't. But again, you spoke about misandry, sexist behavior. This is very much like misandrist behavior. You talk about misogyny. I'm sorry. This is misandrist behavior. This is also sexist behavior. Like, let me read some of these comments. We need to make these men feel worthless. These men are beneath us. I like humbling men. It's my favorite hobby. I mean, is this more of the same? It's one of my favorite. Is this more of the same rhetoric?
So
like,
I guess. Like you said that I was speaking from my own perspective, my own experience, whatever. I am assuming these same women are speaking based on what I just explained, because they found out both on the hole in the head, right?
Oh man.
Let's say you're right. Again, why is this rhetoric so freely expressible? But when men come on podcasts and y'all complain, y'all would never say, "Oh, well, damn, that's his experience. That's why he feels that way about women."
Eli, you know the world was built for men and not women, right?
I don't care about none of that.
No. But I'm just saying it's more so of a take back your power kind of thing, because we didn't have the
That's
power.
not taking back your power.
I don't.
That's doing the same thing that you dislike in men, and now you feel like you need to do that to men. Like,
remember, I didn't mean in this context. I mean in the context that I explained.
ain't no running it back. Ain't no running it back. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I can't explain it.
Speaking to the
like
mic.
this. Sorry. I can't explain this without the background that I gave. This on its own does not make sense. This on its own is not right. This on its own I don't agree with.
So you should have started off with that instead of saying
That's what you should have started with.
Based on the explanation I gave, I'm assuming that all of this backstory is a part of what she's talking about. Because why am I just treating men like why am I just disrespecting men? Why am I just trying to humble men? Why am I just trying to call them bitches for nothing? Why would I be doing that for nothing?
Shakira.
For clout, for engagement.
That don't make sense.
But this is how you start this off. I don't agree with nothing she's saying right now. However, there are some men that deserve it, and then you could explain where you're coming from. But you can't assume that what she's talking about is what you're talking about.
I assume that.
You can't do that. She not.
You just got done saying that the man could have articulated himself in a better way. That way he wasn't this, that, and the third. And now you saying she didn't articulate.
I didn't say that. I said that what he said
himself in any positive way. There should have been I understand where she comes from.
No, but when I say that, I said I knew where she was coming from based on what I followed up with.
You can't do that. How you relating to somebody you don't know? You don't know her way of thinking. You just automatically on her side because she a woman.
Because she a woman.
I wasn't trying to be like on her side.
But that's what it's like.
No. I wasn't trying to be on her side. I was just trying to say that, again, this was going based on there had to be more backstory, because you can't just say something so wide and loose about men in general. So you had to be I felt like you were being very specific about a type of specific man that you were saying to do this thing to. But if you're saying to do this to all men with no remorse, I don't agree with that. So maybe start there and then add that bit that I added on. I don't agree with what she said generally.
Okay.
But if there was that backstory that I said about certain men doing this,
yeah,
be disrespectful.
Okay,
humble them. Those are the men we're humbling. Not all men. Definitely, I'm not agreeing with all men deserve this.
Okay.
Sorry,
I can't wait.
It's my first time.
I can't wait till we get to the next video.
Oh God!
Stay tuned for the next video. But Keem, what's your thoughts, man? Like,
man, I just think that this rhetoric that we hearing from women, we need to stop it, because at the end of the day, it's not conducive to what we're trying to accomplish in our community. She's a black woman.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, we want more black relationships, more black families, more black communities, and this rhetoric that we hearing from them is not constructive. know what I'm saying? This is not gonna lead to anything positive. So, and the women in the comments, y'all need to stop supporting this shit. Like, it's
But that's why they feel so
liberated.
Liberated,
Yeah.
even liberated. Like we spoke about when we had that woman talk about how much she hate men and how much she had 1.7 million followers. And she had this is the misandrist rhetoric that's popular on a global level. It's okay to say stuff like this and receive no backlash. No man could come on no platform.
So no one is in the comments disagree. Like at least not the top comments. No one's in the top comments disagreeing with the things she's saying. You know, you have
they're not disagreeing. They all in agreement because some women want to just be victims. Even if they haven't experienced it themselves, they want to justify, oh, maybe she meant this way. And if she did meant it this way, then I understand. But that rhetoric is still dangerous. And this is how we get to toxic relationships. This is how we get to hands being put on another. Because now if you disrespect somebody, some people take disrespect the wrong way. And if you feel like you need to disrespect somebody, you don't know how they're going to take it.
What you mean the wrong way? There's only one way to take disrespect. Like,
he mean that the part.
You know what I mean? But some people, if they put hands on you, then now you want to play the victim. Oh, why did he? All I did was try to disrespect him and humble him. Like, why did he put hands on me? Like, like what?
But it's crazy that it be women in our comments saying that we bash women, and our rhetoric on the show is nowhere near what her rhetoric or people like her rhetoric is. We really just be trying to be constructive for the most part, you know what I'm saying? So to be grouped and then this is not considered bashing? What is this considered then?
They don't consider that.
No,
I don't know what they consider that shit, but they think
but that might have just been a little jokey joke.
Did you hear laughter?
A jokey joke?
A jokey joke. Yeah. Look, y'all are a little too sensitive.
No, because this is the rhetoric that's on. Your social medias is different.
It's different.
But this is the rhetoric that is so available online. And then when young girls hear this type of rhetoric, they can't tell if it's a joke or not. They think, oh, she's saying all men are bad. All men. So like now she's going into life with a fear mentality of men from social media. She hasn't experienced it. You know what I mean? She's just assuming the worst of men. Yeah. Now, young boys are like, y'all don't understand how this rhetoric, men and women, is affecting young people and how their dynamics are with one another. And now they grow up in a society where now both men and women hate each other. And there's never been a productive society where men and women actively hate each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that doesn't lead to any type of building. That's why we don't have the nuclear families now, because everybody just is just in disagreement. Like, you know what I mean? It's one thing to have a critique about, the type of men you experience, but then to generalize it and say it's all men, you know what I mean? Like, your vernacular is not worded in a way where it's just, okay, this is my experience, or this is some of the men that I encounter, then it's a different. But again, you put us all under an umbrella, and now there's going to be people that get triggered, like, you know what I'm saying, or offended, or like, I didn't do anything to you, I never disrespected no woman, now I fall under that umbrella, like, you get what I'm saying? And now when I come to meet you as a black man and you're a black woman, now you have this wall up for whatever reason that I have to break down, and sometimes we are tired. We're tired of constantly having to jump over a wall, having to break down a wall. So we are going to go where we find peace, and sometimes that peace might be dating outside your race, which I don't like.
How did we get here?
No, but it correlates, like, you know what I'm saying? It correlates with one another, and this is the rhetoric when you constantly build it up, like, you know what I'm saying? This is the rhetoric that happens. Black women go date outside their race, black men go date outside their race, but it's all unhealthy at the end of the day. Like, you know what I mean?
And it's what these other races want. I mean, they don't want us together.
CIA is working hard, man.
That's what I'm saying.
They are working hard.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Anyway, man, let us know your thoughts in the comments. I want y'all thoughts. What would y'all think about Shakira? Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
explained it. Okay.
I don't know, man. Do we give her the benefit of the doubt?
I should have started at the beginning and then.
Yeah.
Sorry, apologies.
There's some accountability there. We're not used to the accountability. So
I God.
Appreciate that accountability. Let us know y'all thoughts in the comments. Again, if y'all got any clips y'all want us to react to.
Anomaly.
Make sure y'all DM us across social media. Dailyrapupcrew, you get up Ace, myself. Links in the description. Y'all can email us. I forget to say the email part. Like, I know some people still use email.
They do.
Y'all can email us, you know what I mean? Dailyrapupcrew@gmail.com. Like and subscribe. Join the membership and Patreon. I know I got a lot to say, but I got to plug it all in before
you're ready.
get up out of here, man. We see y'all in the next one.
That's a wrap.